As the Lunar New Year approaches, we take a look at Tzu-Chi volunteers in New York who have changed their year-end blessing ceremonies to online meetings due to the pandemic.
各位全球的观众，新年快乐！
Global audience, Happy New Year! I'm now at Tzu-Chi New York chapter. To welcome the Lunar New Year, the chapter office has been decorated. As one enters the office on the first floor, one sees bamboo coin bags. We'll take a look at the second floor. This is the second floor. This year, the year-end blessing ceremonies in New York area have been changed to online meetings. To ensure people can feel the warm atmosphere of the Lunar New Year, they specially decorated the chapter office. Let's learn about their thoughts behind the decoration. In this corner, there's a Guanyin Bodhisattva and 3D lotus, which present a thing of pure light in the mundane world. To the left, there's a picture of Dharma Master Zheng Yan. The surrounding area has been decorated as Jingsi abode. We want to express how overseas city volunteers miss the master.
We miss the master at the Jingsi abode. Our foundation was built upon the bamboo bank era. Therefore, we set up the abode to symbolize the bamboo bank era. We can feel the master's blessings here.
In the vegetarian zone on the third floor, seamstress Su Mei Li has made animals and vegetables which are amazing.
It was difficult for me to find the color. Fortunately, I have the thoughts to embrace the vegetarianism, and I found this color. I used towel to make the leaf. The shape of the cabbage has some ridges. The stem is made with non-woven fabric.
In the new year, the pandemic has worsened. Therefore, Tzu-Chi New York chapter has taken pandemic prevention measures and changed the year blessing ceremony to online meetings, spreading the master's blessing for Tzu-Chi volunteers.
This year, the master has been talking about two things. First is for people to embrace vegetarianism. Everyone must adopt the vegetarian diet. The second thing is to do good deeds, because only when one does good deeds can he protect his health and safety.
At the main site for year-end blessing ceremony, the CEO gave volunteers red envelopes of blessing and wisdom he brought from Taiwan. A total of 9 new Tzu-Chi commissioners and honorary board members received their certification.
Being certified is my promise to the master. I can take this promise and walk a longer journey.
As the year-end blessing ceremony has been held online, on-stage volunteers in the greater New York area presented sutra adaptation of Sutra of Innumerable Meanings for the first time. The average age of online volunteers in Manhattan is 65. Meanwhile, in Long Island, Tzu-Chings and Tzu-Saos have joined the performance, showing their harmony and concerted efforts.
The teacher came twice, but we could not gather to practice. We practiced at home.
10 minutes later, the actual filming will begin. Volunteers from Manhattan seized the last practice to present sutra adaptation at the year-end blessing ceremony.
Last time, I was thinking about it is my dream. Then I woke up in the middle of the night, and I worried that I have only memorized half of the performance.
Volunteers from Manhattan have an average age of 65 years old. Some of them are performing for the first time in this online year-end blessing ceremony.
Since I have never gestured sign language before, so when I connect the movements, I pay attention to the position of my hands.
Volunteers from Tzu-Chi New York chapter in Flushing work to ensure the formation is correct during the Sunday study sessions in 1 month. Volunteer Ye Xiuyun has chosen this chapter of Sutra of Innumerable Meanings because the sutra verses fit the situation of New York volunteers as they face the pandemic.
Despite the pandemic, Tzu-Chi volunteers in New York still did a lot of work. We distributed masks and vegetables. We gave out winter clothes. This is work that needs to be done. In order to become bodhisattvas, we need to go amongst the public.
More than 80 people from 4 areas put on the performance. There are 2 venues in Long Island. It was a challenge as Tzu-Chi and Tzu-Chi had to film this for an hour outdoor in the cold weather. From participating in sutra adaptation, New York volunteers nurtured their wisdom. This year marks the 30th anniversary of Tzu-Chi New York chapter. Due to the pandemic, the way of celebration has to be adjusted. For instance, volunteers are promoting vegetarianism online, and dinner gathering has been changed to charity sale. Working with one heart, New York City volunteers bravely face future challenges.